Good evening everyone, Play46 here. So, 2023 was definitely a big year for Five Nights at Freddy's. Some would even say it was the best, me included. So let's go over why I think 2023 was the best year for Five Nights at Freddy's. This video will contain spoilers for Ruin, the FNAF movie, and Help Wanted 2 by the way. On July 25th, a star was born, and by that I mean Ruin released. If you don't know, Ruin was a free DLC released for Security Breach, and if you haven't played it yet, go and do it. The DLC is amazing and way better than the base game. It fixed so many problems Security Breach had, like it was actually creepy. I got startled a lot in Ruin, unlike Security Breach where I only got startled by the beautiful map bot. It was also way easier to understand where you needed to go since it was so linear. It didn't have many bugs either, and it had a way more clear story than the base game. And I love how destroyed the pizza place is. It looks like Nightmare Fredbear went skydiving, but forgot his parachute, and when he landed on the ground it created such a massive earthquake that it reached the pizza place and destroyed it. And now for the characters. Let's start off with the main character, Cassie. I love Cassie, and she's a way better character than Gregory. And I just love how fucked up all the Ruin animatronics look. Chica looks like she got the Gustavo Fring treatment. Monty got his damn skin peeled off, lost its legs, and became a rabid dog. Roxy lost her face and can't see anymore. Maybe she can use Monty as a service dog. And in the base game, I did not like Roxy. She was a self-centered asshole that bullied me. She told me I didn't have any friends, which might be true, but it still hurts. But in Ruin, I actually got attached to her. I guess she can be nice if she deals with children that aren't absolute menaces to society. And Eclipse is just perfect. You would think combining Sun and Moon will create something terrifying, since they're both crazy. But Eclipse is actually mentally stable. And Freddy got an evil stomach and lost his head, so he sadly can't kiss Bonnie anymore. And speaking of Bonnie, he's just dead. And we got the epic Chad that is Mexis, or the Entity as some people like to call him. He has like the biggest dong in all of FNAF. It's so big and strong that it doesn't need legs and just stands on his magnum dong. And then we got the Mini Music Men, which aren't really that special. I like their accessories though. I wish we got Rune DJ Music Man though, but we got him in Help Wanted 2, so it's fine. And we can't forget about the epic Rune Born Afton hiding in the game files. He was just too cool to show up in the game. And last but certainly not least, the Mimic. I personally really like him, and I'm glad his existence most likely confirmed that William Afton actually stayed dead after the Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator fire. And I'm really excited to see what they do with the Mimic in the future. I just hope we get to see him oiled up butt naked. So yeah, overall I would say Ruin was the best FNAF game, but since it's a DLC, I can't really call it a game. NSFW Island. I've already made a video talking about the FNAF movie on my second channel, so I'm not going to be talking about it for too long. So, if you want to see my full thoughts on the movie, go check it out, it'll be linked in the description. But it still feels weird that the FNAF movie actually released after all this time. Some of the biggest highlights of the movie was definitely the opening scene with the night guard fighting for his life just to get trapped in a damn saw trap. I wouldn't be surprised if a spring Bonnie doll appeared on a tricycle and said, "I wanna play a game." The opening credits with the FNAF minigame style was great, and the music for that part was absolutely amazing too. Mwah, chef's kiss. I loved the sibling relationship between Abby and Mike, and the Springlock scene was pure perfection. It might even be my favorite scene in any movie. And there are definitely flaws in the movie, and if you're not a fan of the franchise, you might not like it. But I love the movie, and it's definitely one of the best movies I saw in 2023. So Help Wanted 2 is of course a sequel to what used to be my favorite FNAF game, Help Wanted. And I say it's a perfect sequel. The thing I like the most about the game is the minigame variety, and how fun they are. And I love how many original minigames there are, since I like the original minigames way more than the game remakes. Everyone is so sassy. I personally loved Sun in the game. I also really love how you can abuse Plush Baby, since she was an absolute pain in the ass in the first Help Wanted. You can also abuse the shit out of Helpy, which I find really funny, especially the minigame where you perform surgery on him. You can definitely do some shit that's definitely against the Geneva Conventions. And I absolutely love the mid-game twist, where you find out you were wearing a Vanny mask this whole time, and then you take it off, and the pizza sim location that you were in is just destroyed, just like it was in Security Breach. Some of the highlight minigames were definitely Elo Chips, where you work at Elo Chips and you need to serve food to the staff bots that constantly insult you and complain. First Aid, where you abuse the shit out of Helpy. Carousel, where you need to repair the carousel while fending off against Moon. And Bonkabon, which is basically Whack-A-Mole just with Bonbon. And my least favorite minigame is definitely Arts and Crafts Loft, which is the hard version of the regular Arts and Crafts, where you need to color a drawing correctly, assemble a paper pal correctly, and then assemble a paper pal and color it correctly. But in hard mode, the first part is pretty simple. There's just 2 more colors added. But then you get to the paper pal part, and that part is the nightmare, since the lights turn off, so you need to fend off against Moon with your flashlight. But you also gotta use your flashlight to see what parts you need. And the flashlight needs to be recharged. So it's an absolute pain in the ass. And I never finished the game just because of that level. I just decided to watch the endings on YouTube. And also, is Glitch Trap dead? So overall, I think Help 1 and 2 is the best game in the franchise. I wouldn't say it's better than Ruin, but it's still amazing. We don't talk about this one. So that was all of the Five Nights at Freddy's content that released last year. And yes, we also had Tales from the Pizza Place, but I didn't read any of them, so I'm not gonna cover them. I'd definitely say last year was the best year for FNAF. We got Ruin, which is maybe my favorite piece of FNAF content we've gotten. The FNAF movie, which I waited half of my life for, and that movie was amazing, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time. And Help 1 and 2 is my favorite FNAF game. So yeah, what did you guys think about all the FNAF content we got last year? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!